Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I bid you welcome to the Madhouse. But this week we picked up the Madhouse and we flew it international. How you doing, Mark?
I'm doing very well, thank you, Adam. And I just wanted to tell everybody it's always international because I'm in Winnipeg.
True.
I bid you all welcome to the Madhouse.
This week our very first non-British guest, Mr. John Landry of Faceless Orphans. How are you doing?
Good. And you guys?
Going good, man. We've just been watching a little bit of your video for Swallowed Whole. Fantastic video. I will just actually, because it very much relates to it, drop in a quick audience question. The guitarist bears a striking relation to Buckethead. Any relation?
Oh my God. Which one of them? Because we got two guitarists in the band. But
he means the guy who had the kind of white mask on.
Okay, that's Francis. Okay. Well, he listens about all sorts of rock and roll, I guess, when he was growing up. Both guys used to listen to hard metal, death metal, rock and roll, a mixture of everything. And I think they try to mix about everything on different styles. And that's what I think makes us a lot unique. In a sense.
Yeah. It's a very unique sound, mate, honestly. When did the band form? How many years have you been going?
We started all together in the start of 2017. And in August, we were in the studio in Toronto with worldwide known producer Mark S. Berry, who did Joan Jett. He did even The Killers. He made so many bands, and he got interest into us. So we went in August, we were in the studio for, I think it was 16 days to record our first album.
Nice.
Went fast.
Nice. I honestly, most bands I've ever heard, I can definitely tell the influences from simply listening to the music, but there seems like there's so many going on with Faceless Orphans, I can't quite tell. I mean, just personally for you, what's your main who are your main influences with music?
Well, since I'm the author, and we've talked a bit earlier before, I'm really into French poetry of the 19th century because I'm from Rouyn-Noranda, which is the province of Quebec, and I'm in the northern part right now. So we're French. So I was really a lot into words also. So I'd say lyrically, I'd say Jim Morrison was a lot of influence, Robert Plant, but musically, there's the Doors, there's Led Zeppelin. I used to listen about a bunch of music from the new wave to rock and roll to about everything. I was listening to Kiss when I was growing up, Motley Crue, Black Sabbath, Generation X that we all listened to.
Yeah.
But the lyrics were always something that I could visualize when I was hearing a song. And that's what gets me a lot going. And I have to say that when Nirvana came out as the Generation X, it was like, oh, my God, he's saying what we all feel, the grunge era, like Alice in Chains, and name all sorts of bands. I mean, it's a bunch of everything for me. And for the guys, I think it's the same thing. But like we always say, a song is not done until it's recorded. So in a sense, we try everything. Everybody has an idea. We try it on, and we all decide together as a band. In majority, if we vote, it's 3-on-5, then it goes, It's democracy. So, but we try to manage to, because like I always said, I've written an interview a couple of weeks ago in England also, and I said, in music, you play in a band also. When you play live, you gotta love your stuff that you're playing. You gotta be top of the hill. So when you do your songs, you're gonna feel them for so long, every show for your lifetime. So you gotta make sure you love what you're doing.
Yeah.
Is that a good answer? I think it was a great answer.
Oh yeah, no, that's a very good answer actually, mate. I mean, I've met bands over the years that they don't entirely seem like they really feel and love what they're doing, and it shows. It shows. Like, what? Obviously, I haven't had the chance to see you guys play live, but
Oof. You'll get your money's worth, believe me.
yeah, just from what I'm seeing in the videos, it does look like it'd be a damn interesting show, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was wondering because when you're talking about loving your songs, when quite often I'll be on stage and I'll actually get halfway through a song, and it's almost like I'm in a trance, and I'll just look up at Ryan, who's my bass player, and I'll have this lost look because I've forgotten where we are in the song. I'm so into it, and I kind of zone out. Do you ever find yourself in that kind of a situation?
Do you mean that I lose it?
No, you get lost in the song, and you kind of different.
You know, that's things we always talk about. It's like, okay, we're in a show live, and it happened a couple of times, and the main question is, who do we follow? Do we wait for the singer? Do we continue as it is? And we just got a new member in the band, a new drummer, like a month and a half ago, and that's what first thing he asked us. It's like, what do you guys do? Do you go straight to the song, or do we follow the lead singer? But sometimes I don't know. It's a gut feeling. You just get it, and I don't know. It's just that we have that connection that it could be different, but usually it just goes okay. I don't know. I just don't know how to explain it. It's just natural. But usually they follow me or the song.
Yeah. See, I have that thing too with my band, but like they'll get so lost in a song, right? But then someone will suddenly realize that they're lost in the song. Usually our drummer Tony, and he'll look at me, kind of trying to figure out where he is in the song, and I'm just giving him a look like, don't look at me, you're the drummer. And oh, there he is in the chat going, everyone should follow the drummer.
Usually it's the drummer, it's the song or whatsoever. But like you've said, you know, when things happen, sometimes you don't control it. So you gotta be awake. You gotta know, okay, I'm doing this, and if it changes, okay, they're doing this. So it's case by case, but we're not 100% sure on which one again, but we're working on it for the next shows.
Yeah, well, you've got plenty of time to figure that out at the moment, innit?
Yeah.
If anyone has a question for Jean, by the way, please send them in. And you lot know that you run this show, not me and Mark. So, Jean, this is the part where you should be afraid of what they might ask you.
Come on, Muttley, you've been a bit quiet there with the questions. Come on.
Yeah, come on, Muttley. Show them how it's done. And Muttley is probably our most dedicated viewer. And he's in the chat asking questions every week, but he's been a bit slow tonight. I don't know why. Muttley, wake up, lad.
maybe one too many sausages.
So, I mean, like, how did you guys even meet?
Well, first of all, I met Francis, which one of the both guitarists, is the smaller one, because Carly's a tall guy with the spiked hair. And we met through a common friend at the time, and they were doing songs, and he called me up and went to see him. And I know he had that energy, and he just, he was going like left, right, and everywhere, but he had it. It's just like, wow, I like what he was doing. I like his thoughts. So meanwhile, we just like called him up and showed me what he had, and we just like recorded voices and guitar tracks on demo tapes. We did 4 of them. And then we sent that. Then I got called by Mark Esperia, like I told you. And we went to Toronto. We went from here to Ottawa, which is a 7-hour drive almost. Then from Ottawa, we took the train back and forth to Toronto. I think it was like 5 hours going, 5 hours coming back. We came back with 3 professional contracts. We were only 2 in the band. That's like a fun problem. But I knew Carl, which is the other guitarist. He was a superb guitarist player. He's just like crazy. And Francis said, man, if I could ever play with that guy, that would be a miracle. So called him up and I make him listen to the song. He says, yeah, I like it, man. I want to try things with you guys. Sure. And at the time, Francis knew a drummer, which was Mark and Marco. And we joined in, and a couple of months after, we were in the studio. As fast as that. And we did 10 songs. We had more. We took 10 songs, and we went straight, bing, bang, 3 weeks. We were back. It's that fast.
Nice.
You know?
Got our first couple of audience questions of the night. Tony Feasy wants to know how the rock scene is in Canada, because obviously we only really know about our own scene over here in the UK. Is there a thriving scene?
Well, like 2 years ago, we played here, a huge festival. We played with AFI, Ex-Ambassador, Rise Against. We opened up the show for all those guys. I mean, it's, at those shows, there's 20, 10, 15,
I love Rise
20.
Against. I love Rise Against. They're awesome.
And we were treated like those bands. It was like, oh my God, we had a free beer. So it was fun because they treated us the same way as if we were like the hugest band in the world. And over here, it's really, rock scene is big. I don't know about in Winnipeg, but I think it is also, Mark. But rock and roll is always been a big thing. And Ontario is really good at it too. Like we went to play in Sudbury. Sudbury is good. Ottawa is getting the scene a lot. So we're close to there. But the scene is good. Everybody likes to go and see shows. There's many festivals all around the country. It's pretty nice. So we just want to go there and play. It's the only thing we ask for. We just want to play.
Contrary to what Gene Simmons says, rock is alive and well, at least in Canada.
Yes, it is.
Actually, to put it in perspective, Manitoba's got about 1,500 registered musicians. I was just looking up what they have in Montreal, but there is a massive musical community right across the country. It is phenomenally huge.
Nice.
Rock and roll is not only it's growing and it's thriving. I'll say not thriving right now, but it was this time last year.
Nice. Muttley has finally woken up and asked his weekly question. Jean, being Canadian, you might not instantly get this, but breakfast in England is either a sausage sandwich or a bacon sandwich. Okay, which would you pick?
Give me those choices back again. There was the sausage and what?
Bacon.
Oh God, I'll go with the sausage.
Fair enough. Your first international sausage sandwich answer, Muttley.
Okay, and just for the record, that's what we call a bacon butty in England.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, sorry, sausage sarnie. So you said sausage. I'm lost. So sausage sarnie.
It's all good. Moni Rose asks you what most inspires you to write a song.
Moni Rose is my woman. She's listening she must be looking at me right now. She's listening. She lives in California in LA County. And
well, Moni, welcome to the Madhouse, lovely.
Love you, hon.
but yeah, so what inspires you most writing a song then?
Well, I think what inspires me most is, and everything is done in our band and the bands I played before also, it always comes up with the guitar riffs all the time. So I don't know. There's something with the sound, like notes, music is vibrations and they make you vibe. There's certain chords that, like Carl's, he always like to play drop D. He likes that. So he gives them the sound. That's his color. And I like it. But when he plays things, or Francis or whatsoever, there's something I just like, oh, could you do that chord again or just play that? And then we mix things together, but it starts from there and just a melody goes in my mind. And the first word that comes out of this melody that I'm just roaming or just humming or whatsoever, a word comes out and that song's going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's weird. It's weird or whatsoever, but everything, because the emotion comes from one word, and that word, I can wrap everything around it, everything I want. But the heart of the song will come from one word.
Yeah, and that guitar riff, if is what kicks that off. Tristan Blythe is here saying thank you for his bracelet. He's still wearing it.
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you.
Muttley asks, what band would you most like to open for on tour? If you could pick any band in the world to head out on tour as their opening act, who would it be?
My God. Well,
I'll give you a hint. The right answer is Adam and the Hellcats.
But I mean, I got so many idols and icons, but I think I was raised. I mean, I still have the $4 originally dolls, 1976 of Kiss.
Nice.
I mean, Kiss. I was raised with that. I have everything. I kept everything. I have the cards. I have the dolls. I even have my first ticket for 15th of January 1983 in Ottawa. I still have my ticket. So. And Gene Simmons had inspired me a lot business-wise because like our merch and everything is going all around the world. I'm taking care of that, and that guy is really a genius.
Yeah, honestly, just from what I've seen in your videos and all that, like if it could ever happen, I would honestly take a bill of Kiss headlining and Faceless Orphans opening. I think that would be a wicked night out.
Yeah, thanks. That's nice.
Another question from Tony Feasy. I'll explain the context of this a little. Download at Donington Park is the UK's biggest straight up rock festival. What would you say is Canada's equivalent? Just for our UK viewers.
The Winnipeg Folk Festival.
No, it's not. Shut up, Mark.
It's a big one.
There's the one in Montreal that stays for a month. Paul McCartney comes over here, and it's huge over there. Montreal. In Quebec, downtown Quebec. It's really huge. The name doesn't really come to mind, but even here, I think it's called. I just want to make sure because there's so many festivals, but it stays for a month. But even in around town, which is called Ossisco en Lumière. It's Ossisco, it's the name of the lake, and Lumière is lights. And we have bands from all around the world that came here. Like I said, all the bands come here. It's crazy. They love coming here. It's like we play for Rise Against and Ex-Ambassadors. It's like, okay. All the bands come over here. I think there's many of them, but I'm from around town, which is Rouyn-Noranda, which is in the region of Abitibi-Témiscamingue, which is the northern part of Quebec, and it's really far away. So we are really into our things, and we really push everything that is done around here. Like, we're really, really proud people, and people come over here. We make sure they'll never forget it in 10 lifetime.
Nice. I've got to ask, just with the whole having open for Rise Against thing, did you get to hang out with them ever at all? Did you get
no? Because we played. I think we played because it was. I think one of the band. I don't remember which one played the first night we did, because it was a 3-day festival, and we kicked it off. We were the first band to kick off the festival.
Oh, nice.
And but we didn't get a chance because the night we were playing, we were with the other bands that we were playing with. But they weren't playing that night. I think they played the second and third night, the three bands together. But we got chances to meet other bands from Montreal and talk to them and everything. It was pretty
nice,
really nice. It was like something you just can't, like still have like, I look at pictures from it. It was like, wow, really, really. I think it was, as a band, I think it was one of the nicest moments we ever had. It was so huge. It was like, and like I say again, maybe I repeat myself, we got treated like we were kings. It was crazy. Yeah. So nice.
I've had a few nights like that, like obviously when you're in a band, there's a good few really crap nights. There's a lot of nights that they all are just kind of the same as the last one. But there's those few nights here and there where you just feel like, yeah, I've made it. I'm guessing that's one of those occasions for you. Like we played a gig in Lincoln in the north of England for a charity, and we got to play in this massive theatre, and the backstage, the Rolling Stones once played there. Okay, so we're talking like really lush green leather sofas, private showers for the band, and like food brought to us. It was insane. I'm just sat there like, am I even worth this? like it was crazy. We are gonna obviously get you to repeat this answer later in the show. Before we go, where can people buy Faceless Orphans merch and music?
Well, the merch and everything, it's better on Facebook because we got our own .com for the merch and everything, but they pay a lot of, you got to pay fees and everything. So they just go on the site or just go on my Facebook page on Messenger, and I take care of everything. Everything is made here. The artist is from here. Everything is done here. So we have the CDs and everything. We just put it in the mail, and that's it. So it's easy going. I take care of everything. So just let me know what you want, and I send it in the mail.
So guys, literally just hit up the Faceless Orphans Facebook. John will see you right. And make sure you get what you're after. Is that a Faceless Orphans beanie hat I see you wearing there? Show that off.
Nice.
Of course.
Show that.
But I made that one for because we make all colors we want. I got the people like it like black with written in red or purple or whatsoever. But usually the main one is black written white. But I made that one for myself because I like purple. Nice. But we have on the Facebook page, all the colors are there. Everything is there. People just ask me questions. I take care of everything. Like, don't worry about anything. It's just like I take care of everything. I'm at the post office here for gear all worldwide, like many times a week. It's crazy. And being just a little local band here, and we've sold something like, I think it's 1,600 pieces of merch just by ourselves like that worldwide. We sold about the COVID mask, like 100 and something. We sold just like that, something like 800 CDs. It's just crazy. It's just like, wow.
I mean,
we do everything ourselves. We have no choice. How music is today. But we love it. Like I said, I call it my baby. I'm a member of it, and we're just happy guys. We like to play music, and the only thing we want to do, if there's any managers over there, anyone, Andy listening, we just want to tour. We got so many things to say. Seeing us live is worth it too. We get in some sort of a trance, and it's just like you're living the experience with us. Wow. And we just try to get the vibe. We get the vibe. We get it back. We give it. They give it back. It's just like a great feast.
Well, John, honestly, mate, if you guys can get over here, and I will put this on public record right now, if you can get out on tour in the UK, you will have Adam and the Hellcats coming and backing you.
Wow, that's good. So is Andy listening to this?
I'm going to make sure he sees it. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to make sure he sees it. This show was actually partially his idea. Yeah.
So I want to say thank you to Andy. When you said that to me before we did the recording, it was just like, oh my God. It's like we don't know what to say. Music is hard. It's a cruel world. Like, believe me, how it works. You get promises. You get all sorts of things. We lost money. We've been through everything. But it doesn't matter. We do it. We roll up our sleeves. We do it because we love doing music. And bang, after that, Andy came in, and just like with the Highlander and you guys, and everything is setting up itself. You guys we're probably going to be leaving after all of this for, as of now, like maybe 14 shows in the UK. So we're talking about England, Wales, and Scotland as of now. So it's just like, oh my God, this is like, we're looking at each other, the guy, and says, are you dreaming? Or it's like, wow, this is, you never know what may happen. Never Look back, always look straight ahead. You never know what may happen. You never know. Just
is always
continue
the
to do
best
what
thing.
you love. Continue what you love. Go ahead, do it. You never know.
That is always the best thing with any sort of music. Just a quick question. Actually from Tony again. Just because obviously the UK is quite small. How far are you and Mark actually apart from each other, with Mark being in Winnipeg?
Not that far.
Oh, it's about 2 days of driving, eh? I'd say.
Yeah. It's
2
going to be
days?
around.
It's
Yeah.
3 days going to BC. BC is 3 days, so I'd say about 2 days of driving. What do you think,
so
Mark?
as a crow flies, it's probably about 1,200 miles, but all the roads go north, south, east, west, so you got to go drive in and then up. So it'll be about 1,500-mile drive, I'd say.
Oh.
Yeah. About 2 days.
A couple of days, yeah.
Man, I couldn't even imagine that. You know,
I
like
bet.
you can. I live in the south of England, right?
Canada is huge. It's a huge country. It's really
it's like
huge.
I live in the south of England, right? Not quite as south as you can go, but fairly close. We could, in theory, with a calm motorway and a fair wind, we could make it to the top of Scotland in a day.
No, not here.
Like to the very, very north of Scotland. Like, give or take. If we were really putting our foot down and get there, you know? So it baffles me how I'm ever going to make a tour work in like Canada or the USA.
Like if you go to the eastern part of Quebec at the end, which is called Gaspésie, from my place, I'm not the furthest on the east side. I'm north, but it's 24-hour drive just to get there. That's in the same province. I'm just talking in the same province, but if you go from, it's at least 24-hour drive, close to.
Muttley's just said in the chat, you'd have to really like someone to drive for 2 days to see him.
Well, we used to it. Like if I go somewhere, like I talk to people like in California, and they said, "Oh, I got a long drive. I got an hour or two." I'm just like, me to go somewhere, it's minimum 6 to 7 hours, minimum. So for me, I'm used to it. I've been doing this for 30 years, so I mean, we just love driving.
I'll just respond myself to one comment in the chat. Haha, good luck with the USA, Adam. My state is alone is bad with driving. That's from Caitlin. Caitlin, you Americans drive on the wrong side of the road. That's the worst thing.
Yeah, it's true, you guys. I remember because with my previous band, I went to record in Switzerland, and we had British Airways, and we changed at the airport, and it was the first time in my life I saw it in a movie, but I got in a vehicle that were driving on the other side. It was just like, it was a big thing.
No, the worst experience of that I ever had. I was in Los Angeles for a bit when I was younger, just on holiday, because I got an old friend from school who lives out there. Now, for someone that had never been like in a car on what we call the wrong side of the road, okay?
Yeah.
Now, imagine a really long, straight Californian highway. Now, obviously in Cali, it can get really, really hot. And you got heat haze rising probably a few hundred yards in front of you. Now, to my perspective, it actually looks like the cars on the other side are coming straight at us. And I'm just sat there in the back of my friend's mum's car going, "Oh, they're going to hit us! They're going to hit us! What's going on?" Oh dear. Money says, especially in California, the drivers are terrible. Yes, Money, I've been, I know.
Once you hit Western Ontario and then you're heading west, it's as flat as a dining room table, and the roads are pretty straight. Not Roman road straight, but they're pretty straight. That's what's going to kill you. It's not the length. It's the absolute boring monotony when the horizon doesn't get any closer. That's what's going to get you in Canada.
So, John, have you guys been out properly touring then?
No, not really. Like I said, we played gigs and everything, but we're far away. And nowadays, you know, if you want to go and play somewhere, usually many times you got to take care of everything: the door, the tickets, and this and that.
Yeah.
And when you get at the door, you split with bands and everything. But like I said, they called us like to go and play in Toronto. So we're 5 guys. So you go and play Toronto, you need 2 rooms in a hotel. So it's 14 hours of driving back and forth, 7 hours going, 7 hours coming back. You need 2 vehicles. So if you only go there, so so it's about back and forth $400 of gas. You need 2 hotels, which is about maybe 100 and something a night. You didn't eat, you didn't do nothing. So it costs you like $1,000 almost just to get there. And you're going to get what? $100? So they say, forget about it. We'll get a band from here and we'll give him a couple of beers and they're going back home after. Everybody's happy. So it's business. It's the way it is. So that's why we got to get out. We want to go somewhere and play. And it's the only thing we want to do. I mean,
it's mad.
Like there's in Arizona, there's this company there, management too. They're really pushing to get us to go over there too. So we're trying, but it's really hard. We're far away, plane tickets and this and that. It's a big thing.
Well, everybody in the chat, shout about Faceless Orphans. Get them over to the UK. Get them over to, well, wherever the hell you're from.
Yeah.
Tony asks.
Oh, sorry. That just kind of leads me. I don't think we asked this one on there. We did talk about this off air, so excuse me if I'm repeating. But why the name Faceless Orphans?
Yes.
Yeah. Look, every time I have many responses, people saying, I was an orphan and, I'm not faceless but the main thing is that in a lifetime, there's a part in your life that you feel alone. You have dreams, you want to do things, and there's people in life that don't believe in you, or they will laugh at you, or they'll say, drop it. It's not worth it. Do something else. It could be anything. I'm talking about in general. So at a certain point in your life, it's like if you're a little kid sitting on a corner on your knees and just like nothing's going to happen. My dreams are all gone. And at a certain point, that's why you're faceless and you're an orphan, because nobody sees you. Nobody believes in your dreams. Nobody believes in you. Nobody cares. And then somebody in life comes up to you and lends you his hand and says, get up. I believe in you. I'll help you. I'll push you. That's what Faceless Orphans is all about. It's about faith and hope.
Nice.
Boom, baby.
That's
Hey, I thought I was like somebody telling you news or something. I felt like it was quiet. I could hear it fly.
No, honestly, as far as like questions about name of a band go, that's one of the better answers we've ever had. And,
everything is. Everything is. It could be the lyrics, because I do the lyrics in the band, and everything. For me, lyrics, it's like, let's say, Mark, you play a guitar. For me, lyrics has to be like sounding like a guitar. It has to mean something. And what usually I do, I call it in French. In English, they say triple sense or triple sens. The triple sense is that I'll write something, but you relate to it. Like, let's say I said you have pain. Well, it could be pain because you have an allergy. It could be pain because you lost your dad. It could be a pain because you lost your dog. It could be because you have an illness. It's open-minded. You know what I mean? So I always give people their own ID to think about it, because I tried many times. I have good friends, and I've asked them, like this song, how do you relate to it lyrically? And they all say, they gave me their answer, and it's just like, I'm on the right and they're completely on the left, but it doesn't matter. They relate to it and they feel, and it brings them something. The words and the music together. That's what counts.
But it's
why it has many senses and you relate yourself to it. And that's what I like about it.
But it's their own meaning that they kind of bring out from your lyrics that to you might mean one thing, to them.
It's not a straight line. I'm going towards, the heart is there, but you can go surrounding all over it. It could be small or huge.
Nice. Speaking of the songs in general, Tony asks, what if you had to name one, what is your favorite Orphan song?
Well, actually, I'm doing the video on it. I've been working on it for a couple of days now. My favorite song on the album is Silently in Silence.
Nice. Nice.
Because Silently in Silence is about illness. It gets into you silently in silence, then eats you up alive.
Nice.
It's
no, that's
it's about illness it's being hypocrite, you know?
yeah. You're too good at this being interviewed thing, man.
I'm not really used to it. I speak with my heart. I speak with my sense. I speak what I feel, you know?
Oh, definitely, mate. Definitely. Honestly, like, it's been a really great episode tonight, John. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody in the chat, please, please, please go over to their page and show Faceless Orphans some love, yeah? Their album's out. Message John if you want a copy. He'll sort you out. Ton of really cool looking merch. Mark,
we got many videos. You can go on YouTube. We got a lot of videos too. I got interviews there. There's everything in there. And so many things going on that it's just like when I went to California, I went to do 4 radio interviews over there, and I was special guest at the Whiskey A Go Go, and I was taken care of by Zachary Nello, which is the back vocalist of Alice Cooper.
Oh.
So I spent all the time with him, and the guy from radio, C4OC Radio, gave us a good hand. I mean, Dilly Briggs, Sasha George, even her, she wrote a book. The second book is coming out on the 14th, and it's called Lost and Found, second part. It's on Amazon. And our music helped her to create the character of her persona. So out of nowhere, somebody listened to her music and wrote books. An author wrote books.
That's got to be weird, man.
You don't know what's going to happen in life. That's what I was telling you.
That's got to be the weirdest thing, though. Like having someone inspired to write a book with your music. That's crazy. Hey, you'll have to send us the Amazon link to this book, and we'll put that about a bit for you online. But Mark, have you got any remaining questions at all?
No, I think we're good. We could go on though. I don't have anything specific in queue.
Well, no, I think we have got the absolute John Landry experience tonight, really.
Well, I try to speak for myself, but I speak for myself. But if I take the time to speak as of the band, we're just guys that when we play music together, we even practice now in my own kitchen. My own kitchen has a drum set in the middle of it. And it's just that time, that 2 hours that we have together, it's just amazing. It's just like we are comfortably numb. We are somewhere else. I know you guys know what I'm saying, what I'm thinking.
Yeah, totally.
But that moment, it's something you can't explain if you haven't lived it.
Totally, man. And on that very musical note right there, we're going to leave it for tonight. We will see you all again next week. Thank you once again for tuning in. Go and check out Faceless Orphans. Show them some love. Tell them the Madhouse sent you. And until Wednesday night next week, I release you from the